First thing I'm going to say in this video is I'm not a pedophile. Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out. Video over. Peace out. No. This is definitely not funny. This is definitely not going to be like a super lighthearted video. And yeah, I'm sitting in a hotel room right now in New York City. I left FaZe a month ago and quit the internet a month ago. And for whatever reason, I keep getting dragged back into this shit. It's like it's my fucking destiny or where I'm supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. It's fucking retarded. But yeah, I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm a pedophile, being accused that I'm a pedophile, being tagged in this clip from FaZe Rain on Fearbuck, talking about there's a pedophile at FaZe, and I talked about it, and these are all the reasons why I don't like FaZe and why I got fucked over by FaZe and how I feel, whatever, and I'm gonna get into all that. But the first thing that needs to be addressed is obviously this pedophile shit. It's a very heavy accusation. It's a life-shattering, life-altering accusation, and that's why it's so heavy, and that's why this is the first time that I'm speaking about it. I have to speak about it now because there's no fucking shot I'm going out sad like that. I'm not getting labeled any kind of predator, pedophile, not me, miss me with that shit, and I'm definitely going to talk about this and talk about the series of events that have unfolded to this point from my POV. So let's just get into it. Got a phone call about a year ago from FaZe Rain, or a text rather. He's kind of going off just about all the reasons why he's upset with FaZe, hates FaZe, doesn't fuck with FaZe, because it's just been a long process, obviously, guys. We've been doing this, and there's a lot. It's very, very complicated, but whatever. Rain's going off about how FaZe has slighted him, and he brings up that somebody's a pedophile, and nobody gives a fuck, and nobody wants to talk about it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Call him. He's like, Banks, don't fucking play dumb. We talked about this before. I'm like, Norden, pause. You're saying that FaZe Temper is a pedophile, which that is who he's talking about in the clip. And there's a story, and we're going to get into it. I'm like, whoa, that's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this FaZe shit with. I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him, and I'm calling Apex, because apparently this is something Apex is aware of as well. Norden and Tommy, or Norden and Apex are the closest on the team. So obviously, if Norden's going to talk to anybody about anything and be transparent, it's Apex. So I patched Tommy and Apex in the call immediately, and we sit on this phone call and we talk for a long time. We were on the phone probably for at least an hour, maybe even fucking 2 hours on the phone talking about this. And Tommy's first initial knee-jerk reaction to all this shit was, what the fuck are you talking about? Norden, no, this is not what the conversation was like. You're misremembering, you're misinterpreting. Obviously, Rain is coming back, standing firm on the fact that, no, you did say this. I do believe that you did this, whatever. And there's a conversation that happened between Norden and FaZe Temper years ago. This conversation that I'm describing on the phone with Apex, Tommy, Rain, and Apex, Tommy, Rain, and myself, obviously. Sorry, I'm fried. I literally just woke up. I'm doing one video and I'm putting this shit out there, and Rain can talk about all the details of it. Apex can respond, Tommy, whatever. So this conversation I'm describing to you guys is a phone call from a year ago, but Tommy and FaZe Rain had a conversation between themselves years ago. I might be misremembering it, but I think it was 3-4 years ago they talked about this, and that's how long these guys have been sitting on that for. So this gets brought up years later. It's obviously a very heavy accusation. Yeah, what can you do in that situation? The way we left that phone call off was, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's handle it. I mean, Rain's talking about making videos. Rain's talking about this, and nobody's telling him not to. I mean, obviously, Tommy's like, bro, this isn't true. You're going to fucking ruin my life. Tommy, for the record, is married, lives in the Midwest, has a kid, and is pretty much more or less off this internet shit. So, you know, the implications, the ramifications, rather, this has on his life, it's life-shattering. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked. And I don't, for the record, also, I don't necessarily have any reason to believe that Tommy is a predator, pedophile. If that were the case, I wouldn't be following him. He would not be my homie. I would have spoken about this to some degree, or handled it to some degree, to a point where I was satisfied with the result. But this was a thing between Norden and Tommy, and Tommy's response was, you're bugging, you're tripping, this is not true. Tommy at this point is obviously going to have to make some sort of response and clarify, you know, what this is. I'm curious to see Apex's side of this shit too, because I remember vividly him on the call, like, this is the first time hearing about it too. I'm talking to him on the side, like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just as confused as I am, and just as obviously concerned as I am. And yeah, I mean, what else can you do? Like, we're on this call, and the way it left off was, let's get to the bottom of it. And we just never followed up. I don't think we ever, I think that's the last, as sad as it is, last phone call that us four were on together.